Hi guys, hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, so Leeds United 2, Southampton 2. Let's get into it. So for me, I just quickly want to touch on the striker situation. So now it's clear, isn't it? Can't continue like this. They're not reliable in terms of fitness, so let's get another guy in. It's got to be the right guy. We can't panic by a player. It's got to be the right person. But it's clear to me now. These two are injured again. I don't care how short the injury is. It's just frustrating, and it alleviates options off the bench that you could bring on in the game. Let's get into the game anyway. So the first half of the game was excellent. I thought we dominated the game. I thought the midfield was excellent. Aronson, Rocker in there were very impressive. This is just from the eye test as well. I'll do a breakdown later on when it's not as warm. Yeah, and you've got to take in consideration the heat as well. The pressing was incredible. But 35-degree heat, by the way, is just unplayable. I'm sat in my room and I'm dying. I can't imagine what it's like playing in the Premier League at 35-degree heat in a team which runs more than anyone else. Let's consider that in this situation. Before we criticise everyone and everyone at the club for getting a draw away, let's look at the good things that happened, and there was a lot of them. Many, but apparently they don't matter anymore because we lost a 2-goal lead, which, by the way, I'm extremely annoyed about. I'm more annoyed about that than anything else. But yeah, so the first half was a good performance, and I'll get into that. I don't want to make this too long, just because it's too hot. It's too hot, and I've got this light on, and it's horrible. But yeah, then the injuries are annoying. Going into the second half, again, scoring 30 seconds into the second half was just an excellent start. Although there's always a thing with Leeds about scoring early, isn't there? And although we were in control, there was something about me. Southampton are that team that in adversity they always pull a result out. The Ralph Hasenhuttl, I can't say his name, has been under pressure a lot. And the reason he's still here is because when he's got that pressure on him, he seems to pull out performances. So there was always that in the back of my mind. When they brought Aribo on, he changed the entire game. We just couldn't deal with him. For whatever reason, the players couldn't deal with him. And it got to the point where we were losing second balls. And for me, that was the game changer. There were second balls and we want on them. Every second ball they were winning. That's our momentum. Because we rely on that. We rely on winning that second ball. And we just didn't have it. And when you lose that kind of, that's your staple is pressing. And we didn't have the pressing again because Southampton went for it. In adversity, 2-0 down, there's nothing left to do. They went for it. They brought on an attacker and they played really wide and exposed themselves at the back, but we didn't get the ball again because we weren't winning the second balls. And that is due down to player fatigue. As we saw last week, we changed the game. And just to say, Jesse Marsh has come out and said he could have made changes earlier. So he said that's out of the way. Let's not batter him. But it's pointless saying that because everyone's going to batter him because people just like to batter Jesse Marsh no matter what he does. Forget everything good about the game. Forget everything we did well, which was most of the time, apart from the 15 minutes. Forget everything we did well. Let's just forget all of that. It's easy last year when we weren't playing well but getting results. Everyone was saying we're not playing well. I'm worried about Jesse Marsh. This season we're playing well and getting results, and people are still having a go at Jesse Marsh. Look, I get it. If we give 2 goals away, and I believe me, I'm annoyed at that. I'm fuming. I'm not even calmed down yet, but the same people saying it's all Jesse Marsh's fault are the same ones blaming Erasmus for every goal. The same one saying we need to do this with this player. This player's not good enough. Rodrigo's not good enough. Whose fault is it? It doesn't have to be someone's fault. You're a squad. You're a team. It's the team's fault they lost 2 goals. You talk about tiredness, and I get that to an extent. But that goal, Walker Peters one, an excellent pass through. But positionally, I'm a left back. Positionally, Jack Harrison is wrong. That's a terrible position. It's too wide. He's got to be face on. He's got to see both ways. And he takes one step infield and he's cutting that pass out. That's something I don't even need to have to look at on the footage. I could see that straight away. Or he did it, I was saying, Jack, move in. There's one option and that was it. He's not a left back. So let's, he's not a left back, is he? I don't blame the individual people for doing things. I blame the situation. We didn't lose the game because we didn't make subs. We didn't lose the game because this player wasn't good enough. We lost the game because of everything. Lose. Oh, what am I on about? We didn't even lose. This is what Twitter's making me feel like. Looking on Twitter. We didn't even lose. We got a point away from home in the Premier League. We did drop 2 points. We're 2-0 up and we should have won the game. We didn't. But I'm seeing absolute rubbish from loads of people. It's so easy to criticise Jesse Marsh. So easy. Look what points. Look how many games it took us to get 4 points last season. Just look at that, and see how many people by that point were blaming, our previous manager Marcel Bielsa. Probably none, right? Little amount. But the second Jesse Marsh doesn't get everything perfectly right, it's his fault for everything. Set pieces. What about those? We look incredible on. What? Are we gonna do a positive for that? No. Is that not good? The system is working. We are playing well. Is that not good? But I'm just getting annoyed. It's just my point. I'm seeing people saying Bamford needs to go. Go where? It's clear he has his fitness issues. And it's clear we probably need a striker who can challenge him, who could get in that team and stake a claim to be number one. Yeah, but does that mean Bamford has to go? No. Because then what are you going to do? You've got the same issue then. You've got no one on the bench. I've seen people say Erasmus was rubbish again. Was he? And I'll go through the game and maybe I've got it wrong, but not for me. Not for me, he wasn't rubbish. He got beat once or twice, but you watch every fullback in the Premier League gets beat once or twice a game because wingers are incredible in this league. I'm not having it. It's so negative for what? For a point away from home. I get it. Oh, we should have won. I know we should have won. Believe me, I'm annoyed at that. But I'm not having this downfall when last week everyone was so happy. Suddenly everything's rubbish anymore. The board are to blame. Marsh is to blame. It's a club problem. We didn't win the game. We should have won the game. That's an issue. Why didn't we do that? Was it because of subs? We could have done with some subs. Doesn't necessarily mean it would have changed the game. It's a different game to last week. It would have helped bring energy. But could they have got the ball? Could they have changed the game? That was the issue, right? Jesse Marsh has admitted, all right, I probably should have made subs earlier. Right, there we go. He's admitted it. Let's move on. Will we move on? No. But that's it. Like, Rodrigo was excellent. And I said at the start of the season, don't give up on players. People wanted him gone. And I'm not saying he's going to get 20 goals this season, but what I'm saying is he scored 2 goals again today. Clinical. So say what you like about him. Don't give up on players. Don't give up on anyone. We're drawing a game of football at the end of the day. We'd do anything for a draw last season. We're drawing a game of football and we're annoyed because the performance was excellent. That shows where we are now. Everyone that comes on this channel is very positive, and I like that. That's good. We can't just be up here one week and down here next week. We've got to understand the process and the system and the Premier League. We could play terrible some games and we will win. That will happen this season. We will play excellent and we will lose. Players will make mistakes. Managers will make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Jesse Marsh got everything right last week. Didn't get everything right this week. He got one thing wrong. He didn't make subs. Everything else was fine. Everything else doesn't matter because we lost 2 points, right? Is that what we're doing? Personally, I look at performances. Everyone talks about performance. Everyone was complaining at the performance. In 15 minutes, we were terrible again. There's something, we just didn't win in any second ball. We looked tired. But yeah, I'll do a breakdown and yeah, we'll get onto it. Let's just move on. But we won't. But we should. We should just move on. Let's look at what was good and what was bad and let's get on with it and see if we can improve next game against Chelsea. Thanks for everyone who supports. I'm alright with it. I'm extremely annoyed at the way we did it. But in terms of staying in the Premier League, which is what everyone thinks we should just do, just aim to 17th, point's a point. But from an analyst's point of view, we should have got 3 points. There's nothing was we couldn't. I wouldn't accept anything else less than 3 points, and we didn't get 3 points. So I'm annoyed. But in terms of performance, I'm extremely encouraged. So there's the two sides of it: the fan side and the work side. Yeah, let's just move on to the next game. I'll do a breakdown. I'll see what happened with the goals. See what we could have done differently. What we did great, because there was a lot of good things we did great. Let me say that. There was a lot of good things we did great. Everyone's entitled to opinions, I must say that, but it's just different how opinions change so quickly after a week. That's all that annoys me, because you don't like the guy or you're easy to criticise him because he's not another guy. But whatever. I'm looking forward to the next game. Let's go. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for the next game. I'm excited for the next game now. Chelsea. I'm not expecting anything, but I know this team have it in them to get something out of every team. Do have it in us. And I'm encouraged. So let's get into it. I can't wait. Right, thanks for all the support. You're all amazing. And see you next time.